Hello and good Thursday, October 25th, 2007. I'm Joanne and wow, what an insane day it's been for all of us, especially Alfonso Henriques, who, after 4 months, led the Portuguese and Crusaders from England to conquer Lisbon. Well, good for him. But have you heard about the robot monster yet? The human race is down to the last family, prey to a ruthless robot monster. As noted, a gorilla in a diving helmet and this family of humans simply cannot coexist on the same planet.
You look like a pooped out pinwheel.
Now I will kill you.
The 1953 effort lives freely on the internet at bmovies.com. By pooling together the collective powers of the interwebsies, the site uses a voting system to determine which B-movie is the most popular, but not necessarily the worst, such as or
Rest in pieces.
based on time and rhythm. I feel a third example would kind of play that out nice and neatly, but I'm going to say no more. But to be fair, I'll fulfill with a thriller. This Saturday, we need you. I'm looking for about 9,000 people to participate in a world record attempt to have the most simultaneous Michael Jackson thriller dances in the world. I say I and we, although I only just found out about it, so find or enter in your location and join in this Saturday. Now then, lots of talk around here about the knitting drummer. In case you missed our coverage of the Maker Faire from last Saturday, be sure to check out the knitting drummer. The question is he serious? A, is he really a drummer? And B, is he really a knitter? After a very intense time spent typing in the words knitter and drummer on YouTube with a computer, no less, here's what came up. It's not clear if he's really knitting or just pretending to knit. Several videos taken throughout his 2-day performance at the fair show the knitting drummer with many different knits, but nowhere were we able to find the progression or development of any one knit. As for B, is he really a drummer? Also not apparent. It'll be difficult to make a positive claim that the knitting drummer is wrongfully named a drummer due to the abstract nature of drumming, too easily able to seek protection as a fine art. But the activity of knitting is much more defined and may provide the weak spot in which to determine the validity of this man's unusual activity. Despite the non-apparent development of any one piece, are these valid knots? This just in. Dear Joanne, I was listening to Leo Laporte, the tech guy on KFI, and he mentioned that Republican presidential candidate Ron Paul has generated a lot of buzz on the internet. I searched for him on Rocketboom and was surprised to find you haven't mentioned him. We found this. Tell Rocketboom to cover the buzz on Ron Paul. Okay, so now I've said it, it's searchable, indexable, I've absolutely, positively acknowledged it. The more established Republicans may be worried about Ron Paul for pulling a Ralph Nader by dividing the Republican vote, which could then harm an actual win. But let's see. So send in your best information about Ron Paul and we'll try and put something together. In space, China blasts off to the moon along with expressing hopes of soon joining in on the International Space Station while NASA makes no mention of it on their website. Making no mention is often an active response. However, if you're not a space race enthusiast, how about 64 grams of fat for breakfast? This Hardees New Breakfast Burrito contains just 1 gram of fat less than the recommended daily allowance. You know what they say?
It's over 9,000!
According to Encyclopedia Dramatica, some argue that over 9,000 is the new challenger of at least 100, but they don't realise that over 9,000 is a 4chan meme and that like all 4chan memes, it's gotten stale at most after 1 week after its creation, if not because it wasn't funny from the beginning, because it's been repeated abusively. This is 4chan. And this is an exoskeleton. And this is the log rider found by iDrifter. And this is the vlog by Rosie on Blip.
So, if you want to come, say hi. That'll be the place. Suspiciously like something.
So now it's fine to say goodbye. I hope to see you tomorrow this time. Should be a kick for the beginning of Rocketboom's 4th year trip.